you'll know me if you know me, then you know I'm all about efficiency. I want to do. I'm all about working less while living more and feeling better while you reclaim your revenue. It's who I am. I'm Ileka Falette, and that's what I talk about. That's what I do, right? And so when I'm live in multiple places, it's because if you do it once, you get to use it multiple times, right? So today's our Saturday live, and I come live every Saturday and share on a topic, and so today's topic is a part two from yesterday's live. So, yesterday I went live, it's Friday, and I talked about don't let one bad experience dictate your next steps, right? And so I talked about how I went to oh, hi, I see my godmother or my god sister on there. But so yesterday I talked about how I went to a chiropractor, you know, 10, I don't know, it was about 10 years ago. And it wasn't the greatest experience. And so I gave a whole story about how I let it stop me from taking action on some neck and back pain that I had because I was afraid to go back to the chiropractor because I had one bad experience. And so how we tend to allow one bad experience to affect us moving forward. And so today I'm going to give you all two tips on how to move on from one bad experience. So it's not dictating your decision making moving forward or your life moving forward, right? So first, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Ileka Falette, and I work with wellness entrepreneurs to turn their purpose into their profit. All right. So become more profitable in your purpose. And so you get to go from the chasing the grind onto monthly recurring revenue, feeling good about your business, about what you do, allowing your business to be a part of your life as opposed to your life trying to fit into your business. Right. And we get to do it with ease. We get to create this and live with ease. Right. And so we use visibility strategies, time management strategies, and mindset shifts so you get to work less, live more, and feel better while you reclaim your revenue. That is what we do here in my programs, right? And in my business overall. And I host different things for my host retreats, and I also have a mastermind, and I do some one-on-one coaching and VIP days. So that's what I do. That's who I am. All right, so let's get into this topic because it's a really, really good one. Um, and the reason it's so good is that we've all been there, right? When have you been in a situation where maybe you signed up for a program, right? You signed up for, let's say, I got it. You signed up for a program that was going to really be, the way they described it was going to be a done for you email messaging program. They're going to show you, done with you. They're going to show you exactly how to create an amazing email. Email nurture series and send out weekly newsletters and create emails that sell into your high ticket program, and you're going to get all these amazing things, right? This is what you're told, and this is what you signed up for, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, it's done with you. And you're in your mind, you're like, there's going to be one-on-one pieces of this. I'm going to be able to connect and interact with this amazing coach that I know has done this because I've purchased from their email, right? You've purchased from their email, so you know they've done this. So you're like, you're going to be working with this amazing coach. You're going to be finally able to actually do something with your email list and even grow it and get some high ticket sales from your email list. And you're like, this is the game changer right here, right? So then you get into the program and it's you and 50 other people all on some sort of Zoom call, and you're all raising your hand to see who can ask their question first. And you're like, this is not the done for you, done with you that I thought. You're like, oh, no, no, no. But we've got this whole list of courses that you can watch and then come here once a week and raise your hand and maybe you'll get your question asked. And you're like, there is no way I'm going to be able to get my emails done, or I'm going to be able to get this accomplished or learn anything through this type of program. And so now you sit there kicking your butt, and every time you go into any sort of someone talks to you about an email messaging program or talks about messaging in general, anytime someone gets into your DMs talking about that, you're like, no, it's not happening. I'm not doing this thing because I've done it before. Have you been there, right? And you feel like, I can't believe I spent this amount of money on this thing and it's not working and it's never going to work. And there's no one to help me through it. I know about as much as I knew before. And I've been in the program 3 months. You feel like you've been doing this, you've been trying, and you've actually invested and it didn't work. Well, you know what? I'm here to tell you that this is not your fault, right? I have been there. I joined programs that were going to, seven figures your business in 12 months. You're going to get to seven figures. I've been there. And you, huge investments. And you're like, yes, because it's going to take me to that next level. And then all of a sudden, it's like, that's not the program. You feel like you've been bamboozled, right? And so what I found was in these situations, even in the ones where you feel completely bamboozled and you feel like you can't even trust yourself or your own decision making anymore, you have an opportunity to shift your perspective and actually learn from this, right? You get to learn from it. So, what did I learn from a program that I joined a few years ago where, it was going to take my multi six figure business to seven figures and beyond, right? What did I learn? I learned what not to do in my programs, right? I learned that I didn't want my clients to get a whole series of courses that they could follow along in and watch, right? And it was going to take them through all these videos, right? And then we meet once a week. I knew that's not what I wanted for my programs because I knew that for my clients, at least my ideal clients, my wellness professionals that have been working to shift lives for so long, to help people shift in their businesses because they got to shift their mindset, right? To help people shift in their health, which also affected their business and their lives. When I'm working with these people who want to make transformation possible, I found that they don't have the time to be watching all these videos and doing the stuff. So we've got to do something different, right? And so here's the thing: you get to look at that decision that you made that's keeping you in a chokehold right now, right? That you're like, I already joined this program. I've been in it for 6 months and I haven't gotten anything out of it. That program is keeping you in a chokehold from moving forward to your next step. So, what you get to learn is a couple of things. You get to look at, what did I learn here? Even if it's learning what not to do. That's what I learned in the program that I joined, what I didn't want, right? I realized I had no connection with the actual coach in that program. So when I went and signed up for my next coaching program with Fire Savvy, I was like, oh, I get to actually interact with my coaches. They know me and they know my business. I knew that from now on, any coach that I work with, I want them to know me and my business. I don't want to be, one of 50 or one of 100 raising my hand like, hey, I'm here. Do you know me? And they're like, oh, what's your name? Right? Every week on the call. I didn't want to be that. And I'm a pretty unforgettable person, I must say. You know, I'm Ileka Falette. You don't just forget me every week, but this guy did. But anyways, let's let's digress, right? Let's come back from that. But this is my point, right? You get to learn what you want. And so even in those situations, going back to the original example, in that program that you joined to increase your email list and, work on your email messaging and, whatever that was, you get to look at that and say, I learned that I don't want to create a program like this for my clients because if I wasn't able to work with that program because of the time thing, right? Then because I work with busy professionals, right? I work with people who want their time back. So I'm not going to give them 20 videos to watch and say, hey, this is how you get your time back. This is how you profit in your purpose with ease. Watch all these 700 videos. No, I'm going to give them something they can actually use and do. And so you get to think about how you learn from that one mistake, right? Because, and then you can even reframe it. It wasn't a mistake. It was an experience I got to learn from and grow from. It was a costly one, but it still allowed you to learn and grow and understand what you wanted moving forward. So next time you get into a situation, even look back at one you may be in right now, where you've made an investment or you've had a bad experience, and now you're feeling like, I will never do that again. Look at what you got to learn from in that experience. Because when you're able to pull that gem out of there, it changes the way you see that experience. And now you get to move forward. So now when you're thinking about your future, you're thinking, guess what? That situation, it was a decision I made. It seemed like a bad decision, but I get to reframe it. It was actually a good decision because I got to take this jewel with me and learn. And on top of that, I got to look at what I did here and I got to move on from it. And I get to trust myself again on my decision making because I know that wherever I invest in whatever I do, I will get something out of it. I will learn from it. And I normally make good decisions. Like you normally make good decisions. You normally have good experiences. So don't allow one poor experience to dictate what you do moving forward. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And then the second tip, so the first tip is learn from it. The second tip, move forward. Understand what you went through, what you experienced, right? Dig deep, get that jewel, and move forward. Sign up for that next program. Understand that you get to shift, you get to move forward, right? I have one of my clients I was talking to the other day, and she's like, and actually before we started working together, she's like, Ileka, I really like what you're doing, and I know that it's for me. And she prayed about it and everything. She's like, I prayed about this the last time we talked, and I know that I should be doing this. But honestly, I'm just scared. She was afraid because she had been in a program previously that it was a mastermind, they said, you know? And so when she got in it, it was a stiff investment for her. And when she joined, she realized that she was working with all these extra coaches, never with the main coach that she signed up to work with. After the sales call, she never got to talk to that main coach again. And that was major for her. And so she's like, Ileka, I don't want that to be this experience. How can I trust that you're going to actually work with me, that you're going to actually know my business, that you're going to actually help me to become more profitable in my purpose? And I was like, I mean, I can send you a million testimonials or even give you the numbers of my clients. But at the end of the day, the first thing you got to do is forgive yourself for making the decision that you made, because that's part of what's holding you back from moving forward. And learn from that decision and move forward, because guess what? You're only going to be able to make progress into your next step once you've released the hold, right? The chokehold that that last decision had on you, all right? Or that last experience had on you. So learn from it and move on. When we had that conversation and she understood that she couldn't allow this experience, that last experience, to take her power, because essentially when it was taking her power, it was essentially taking her business, right? Like she hadn't progressed in her business since joining that program. And she was actually still in that program when we talked. Like, and was so afraid because she's like, I just spent all this money and I know that's not the right program for me. And so I said, the thing is, you get to use what you learned here and you get to decide to move on. And so you don't want to obviously strangle yourself, but you want to be in a situation where you're growing over the next year versus staying stagnant. Staying stagnant, if you're in a program and you're like, "Oof," and you're just staying stagnant, is that what you want? You've got to decide what you want your business to look like. I've been there, believe me. Like I said, I signed up for that program a few years ago. Nothing was, I'd never not gotten an ROI from my program I was in. No ROI. And I was like, this is crazy. Over halfway through that program, I just stopped. I was like, I can't sit here like spinning my wheels and wasting my time. Remember, there's 50 people in the room and raising my hand, hey, pick me. No, you want someone who's going to be working with you. You want someone who knows your business as well as you do. You want someone rooting for you, giving you the accountability that you need, allowing you to move forward and allowing you to have that transformation in yourself and in your business. All right. So it's time to move forward. All right. So that was my tip for today. I do want to share with you guys, especially those who are in the Florida area, right? Because I know I have a lot of folks who follow me in Florida. We are having an in-person event February 2nd and 3rd. It's called Reclaim You Speaking and Networking event, right? And so basically we're going to have some amazing speakers speaking on everything from day one, which is Friday. That's going to be about self. We're speaking on choosing you, how to, for folks who've experienced divorce, how to go from how to find, she said, sorry, I'm messing up her thing. She's talking, Felicia Roberts is going to be speaking on getting back to me after we. I love that topic so much. And then we have Louise Taylor speaking on spiritual alignment to getting to your greatest you, right? So I mean, we have some amazing speakers, right, on both Friday and on Saturday. Saturday we focus more on business. You'll see Sarah Khan showing you how to get to your next level, right? How to make actual, like literally actual tools, resources, and solutions and strategies so that you can take it step by step and iterate to your next level versus just thinking that today I decided I'm gonna be a millionaire, tomorrow I'm a millionaire. That's not how it works, guys. As many people as will tell you that's how it works, it's not. So Sarah's gonna show you how to do that, right? And then we have Shaz. He goes by Santa Shaz, which during this season, I love that name. But anyways, he's going to be talking about, how to shift that mindset to millions, right? So we've got some amazing speakers and amazing things happening. It's February 2nd and 3rd. And if you want to be a part of it, go to reclaimyouretreats.com, right? And you'll see how to join either in person or virtually, right? Because we wanted to give folks both options. So I'm super excited about that. And I also want to say that if you have been watching this, because I see there's a few of you who've been watching this the entire video, right? And I don't know how long I've been on, it feels like forever. But for the folks who've been watching this entire video and you've heard something that really, really sits in with you, and you're like, Ileka, I'm ready to move on. I've learned from my last experience and I'm ready to move on with someone who's going to know my business, who's going to help me move to the next level, who's going to help me to become more profitable in my purpose because I love what I do and I want to continue to be more profitable in it. So you get to do this business long term. Go ahead and send me a DM, right? You have access to me. It's either Instagram at Ileka Falette or Facebook at Ileka Falette or, YouTube. You can comment or you can just go ahead and send me an email. My email and everything's right there in the description of my videos. So you have a way to contact me, right? Don't sit stuck. Move forward. Learn from that decision and move forward. And I'm here to help you. All right. So send me that DM if you're truly ready. All right. I will see y'all soon. I'll see y'all next week or during this week. I like to post and comment and do all kinds of. Oh, I was getting comments this whole time and I didn't see any of them. So yes, move forward. I love this. All right. I will talk to y'all soon. Everybody have a great day. Okay. I've got to end on all of my spaces. And then